The word Ardas has its roots in several languages, all of which converge to mostly mean a petition or an address to a higher authority. Ardas is a Sikh prayer or bani that is recited often. It is recited before or after undertaking an important task, after reciting another bani, at the completion of any religious ceremony like an Akhand Path, and as part of important ceremonies like marriage, naming of a child, taking Amrit, and the last rites. It is also recited in the morning and at night as part of Nitnem. Ardas is congregational in nature and is most often recited in a Gurdwara with the entire congregation standing up. Of course, it can be recited individually as well. When recited in a Gurdwara, a longer version is recited. When you recite it on your own, you might recite a version with fewer parts. In a Gurdwara, Ardas is led by a man or a woman who stands with folded hands in front of the Guru Granth Sahib and with the entire congregation standing where they were seated just before Ardas started. There's a specific procedure that goes along with Ardas: when to stand up, when to bow, and when to sit back down. This is described in the Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee or the SGPC's Sikh Code of Conduct or Rahat Maryada. Ardas is followed by the distribution of Kada Prasad to the entire congregation. And it doesn't matter how many times you have received this blessing, it is special every single time. Ardas is a unique bani in that it wasn't composed in its entirety by the Gurus, and it has evolved over time. So the entire Ardas is not contained in the Guru Granth Sahib, and the Ardas from decades ago is different from its present form. Ardas dates back to the 18th century and has been amended since then. An example of an amendment is one that was made a few years after the partition of India in 1947. Punjab was divided into two parts and several Gurdwaras came to be in Pakistan. Ardas was amended to pray for the blessing of unhindered access to Nankana Sahib and other Gurdwaras from which we got separated. Let's talk about the structure of Ardas. In the full version of Ardas, a Shabad or hymn from the Sukhmani Sahib is recited first, followed by 3 sections in the main body of Ardas, and it concludes with a Dohra. Let's look at each of these parts one by one. The Shabad before the Ardas is from the Sukhmani Sahib, a composition of the 5th Guru, Guru Arjan Dev. In this Shabad, the Guru says that everything we have, including our body and soul, is a blessing from God. God is both our mother and father. His blessings are without limit, and only He knows the extent of His generosity to which we are beholden forever. After this Shabad are the 3 sections in the main body of Ardas. The text of the first and the third were fixed by Guru Gobind Singh. The middle section is attributed to Bhai Mani Singh, and it contains the amendments and the customizations that are made based on the occasion of Ardas. Bhai Mani Singh was a Sikh scholar with deep and extensive knowledge of Gurbani. He was also a warrior and a contemporary of Guru Gobind Singh. He went on to attain martyrdom. Let's now talk about the 3 sections in the main body of Ardas. The first section begins with the opening stanza from Var Shri Bhagwati Ji Ki or Chandi Diwar. This was composed by Guru Gobind Singh and contained in the Dasam Granth. In this var or ballad, Guru Gobind Singh invokes the Almighty and the first 9 Gurus. After the var, we invoke Guru Gobind Singh and Guru Granth Sahib. Bhagwati is a reference to a divine liberating power that takes on the form of a sword and crushes the perpetuators of falsehoods. Ardas imparts in us the strength of metal so that we may walk in the path of the Gurus and accept the will of God or Hukam. The second section in the main body of Ardas essentially encapsulates the entire Sikh history. It recounts the sacrifices of the Gurus and the Sikhs, including the Panj Pyare and the Char Sahibzade, the 4 sons of Guru Gobind Singh. It reflects on those who performed the service of Deg and Teg, of feeding others, and of wielding a sword to preserve truth. It reflects on all the Sikh martyrs who upheld the dignity of their faith till their last breath. It is in this section that we can add the specific purpose and occasion for which Ardas is being recited. This section can also be amended to suit an individual recitation. In the third section of the main body of Ardas, we pray for peace, happiness, humility, and wisdom for Khalsa. And we pray for Sarbatta Pala, the good of all humanity. And we ask for forgiveness for any mistakes we might have made during the recitation of Bani. The main body of Ardas is followed by a Dohra, a rhyming couplet which contains Guru Gobind Singh's command, Sab Sikhan ko hukam hai, Guru Manyo Granth. Guru Granth Sahib is to be recognized as the perpetual living Guru of the Sikhs. It also contains the verse, Raj karega Khalsa, Aki rahe na koi. The Khalsa will rule and none will remain opposed to them. The conclusion of Ardas draws near with Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Khalsa belongs to God and victory belongs to God, followed by Bole Sonehal, Sat Sri Akal. Fulfilled are those for whom eternal God is the only reality. Ardas is a powerful bani for those who recite it with humility and with complete faith in God. It is a plea for support and guidance in whatever we might be dealing with in our lives. To recap, there are 3 parts to a full Ardas: a Shabad from the Sukhmani Sahib, 3 sections in the main body of Ardas, a Dohra. Here is the Shabad from Sukhmani Sahib that is recited before the main body of Ardas.
ਤੂੰ ਠਾਕੁਰ ਤੁਮ ਪੈ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਜੀਓ ਪਿੰਡ ਸਭ ਤੇਰੀ ਰਾਸ ਤੁਮ ਮਾਤ ਪਿਤਾ ਹਮ ਬਾਰਿਕ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੁਮਰੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਖ ਕਨੇਰੇ कोई न जाने तुमरा अंत ऊंचे तेऊ चा भगवंत सगल समगरी तुमरै सूत्र तारी तुम ते होए सो आज्ञाकारी तुमरी गत मित तुम ही जानी नानक दास सदा कुर्बानी।